Maestro surrounds the story of the complex love story of Leonard and Felicia, a story that spans over 30 years from the time they met in 1946 at a party and continuing through 2 engagements, a 25-year marriage and 3 children, Jamie Bernstein, Alexander Bernstein, and Nina Bernstein Simmons. This Bradley Cooper film has already won awards, and we wanted to take you through his hard work and dedication for this film from the behind-the-scenes perspective. But before we get into more of these moments, today's trivia question: what was Bradley Cooper's first film role? Leave your guesses in the comments down below and stick around to the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct.
You guys, no flash photography, please. No flash photography. We're gonna have to ask you guys to see.
Now, if you're wondering if this film was based on a real couple and family, it was, and it was important to Cooper that he captured certain moments in his life.
He really had the whole thing in his mind. But then he was also spontaneous. He would find things in the moment and say, like, well, this is essential. We need to grab this.
Yeah, because I think this would be great.
He's got such a great eye. He was a great collaborator on set. Even though he's in makeup for 4 hours and he comes and he directs the scene and blocks it.
This biographical drama centers on the relationship between these 2 people. It was directed by Bradley Cooper from a screenplay he wrote with Josh Singer. It was produced by Cooper and Steven Spielberg. Leonard Bernstein is one of the most written about musicians as far as conductors are concerned in the world. Bradley Cooper and Josh Singer sit down together and go over what it was like writing the script for this film.
Leonard Bernstein is one of the most written about musicians maybe in history.
He was the first great American conductor and truly a pioneer. All that is pretty well documented. What's less well documented is what was going on in his private life.
When it comes to documentaries or films written about this person, it was only ever about his musical career as a conductor, not so much his personal life. So Bradley really went above and beyond with making it his own. Mark Bridges is responsible for the costume design for the film, and although research could have gone into what he was wearing publicly, it took a little bit more time to figure out what he wore privately. But real quick, make sure you guys check out our Instagram page linked down in the description. There's a ton of interview moments and memes, so make sure you check it out and give us a follow. During the Late Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Cooper sat down and described his experiences with being so hands-on with this film.
But I would interview all these people, you know, doing research and you know, a lot of people in their 90s, you know, who knew him. Well, you know, he was the most beautiful man And I said, yeah, no. And you're going to play him? And I said, yeah, it's going to be prosthetic. And but they would always, and they had like little photos.
This is nice, but it's no Lenny Bernstein.
Yeah, it's like, no Leonard Bernstein.
He also told us how it was becoming this person for the film, working with dialect coach, whose job is to help actors with certain dialects in the character's voice when they have to play one.
I worked with this incredible dialect coach, Tim Monick, and we spent 5 years. I started working on it before Star is Born came out. And he lived basically at my house, this dialect coach, and we worked 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, and we just broke it down because his voice always also changed throughout the course of his life.
Given that Leonard passed away in 1990, his children gave great information regarding their father's life, and we got to hear from them about their childhood and how important he was.
It was only when we were older that we realized, gosh, our parents' friends are fabulous. We adored them, but we had no idea that they were so important in the world.
I love to watch Leonard Bernstein conduct.
That episode to the moment when we realized how famous our dad was. What, they mentioned him on the Flintstones? He must have really hit the big time.
The project had been in development at Paramount Pictures, with Martin Scorsese initially planning to direct the film. He stepped down as director to work on The Irishman, allowing Bradley Cooper to join the film in May 2018 as director and to star as Bernstein. Scorsese continued as producer alongside Steven Spielberg. Maestro featured Bernstein's compositions from his musicals, which were hand-picked by Cooper. Those pieces were performed by London Symphony Orchestra with a few carol performances by the London Symphony Chorus.
And that scene I was so worried about because we did do it live. That was the London Symphony Orchestra. It was recorded live. I had to conduct them. And I spent 6 years learning how to conduct 6 minutes and 21 seconds of music.
Having released about a month ago, the film has already grabbed the attention of awards nominees such as the American Film Institute, Palm Springs International Film Festival, and Santa Barbara International Film Festival, winning all 3. Prosthetics and makeup, of course, was involved to make Bradley Cooper look more like Leonard, and we got to hear about this process during the Academy conversation with the creators for the Oscars.
And we spent years working on this, and I would go to his house and spend all day long, and we would just constantly refine it and talk about it and send photos and talk on the phone about it, and then we would test it. We had so much footage of testing of Lenny to make sure I didn't look like a SNL sketch.
Overall, the creators, Bradley Cooper himself, and producers did very well with capturing Leonard's life and everything he was about with his personal life and everything that he had created with his music.
As far as writing and directing and performing, he is so mind-bogglingly talented.
He could sit on camera, direct what's going on, and he yells cut while he's in character, gives Carrie direction, and then says roll again. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
And as far as the answer to our trivia question, Bradley Cooper's first role was in 2001 in Wet Hot American Summer as Ben.
Shooting those party scenes with everybody talking, that's something that's not normal on set.
Normally you would just have the principal actors talking and everybody else would be just sort of faking it, and we would add in later a bunch of group and effects crowds and kind of cover all that. But you know, a lot of times that feels kind of fake.
What that did is elevated everybody at the party to just feel real.
But we wanted to turn this around to you guys. What did you think about all these moments, and what was your favorite part of this film? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video. Bye guys.
This is the most detailed and under the microscope mix maybe we've done.
Bradley had the vision, what he wanted to hear.
You talk to the different departments, they'll tell you the same thing. He's just fully invested.